Truth, Errol Spence Jr.
And only 8-division champion of the world, introducing the one and only Manny Pacquaio.
So Manny Pacquiao, we haven't seen him in action in quite a while, but he said that this time off, these 2 years off, was what was needed. And they do say, the older guys, the older fighters, rest is important, and rest is what Manny Pacquiao has gotten. And now he's looking to get back into action with Errol Spence Jr. this upcoming August. I mean, it's going to be a really good fight. It's going to tell us a lot. It's going to tell us a lot about just the current era of boxing, right? It's going to tell us a lot, because Manny Pacquiao is the guy from the last generation, last era, whatever you want to call it. He's the guy from the yesteryear, and now he's still fighting today, right? And now he's going to be fighting one of the best fighters in boxing today, in Errol Spence Jr.
At the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker.
Now, if Manny Pacquiao was to magically, and I said magically, beat Errol Spence Jr., what do they say about the current wave of welterweights? The current group of guys that we've been watching for the past 6-7 years. That these guys from the era before may be better. Now, of course, to really prove that theory, Manny Pacquiao will have to beat Terrence Bud Crawford. And I think that's a whole different animal altogether. But this fight with Errol Spence Jr., Manny Pacquiao is confident. He's confident he can get the job done. He seems to be motivated about this fight. He don't seem uneasy at all. Camp seems to be going well, right? Of course, he's looking older. If you've been following the sport for a while, Manny Pacquiao, he's starting to look like a older man now. He's starting to look old, but he's still got that fire in his eyes. But Errol Spence Jr., is a silent warrior. He hasn't been saying much. He's just been working because he knows he has a tough task at hand, despite what the fans think about this matchup. Errol Spence himself knows this is going to be a tough fight. He knows. Training in 110-degree rooms. 120 degree. 120 degrees. He's doing whatever. He's putting it all on the line against Manny Pacquiao. He is not looking at Manny like he's some 42, 43-year-old man. He's looking at Manny like he's in his prime, ready to go. And that's the right approach. You cannot take this guy lightly. They've seen the mistakes that Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman made, thinking Pacquiao some old man that they can probably hop on now, and he showed them otherwise, right? Errol Spence Jr. is going to come in the best condition he possibly can in this fight. You best believe it. He's not taking this dude lightly. He ain't saying much. He's just working. Now, stylistically, it's a tough fight for Spence, and that's what makes it a tough fight for Spence, because stylistically, Manny Pacquiao is a tough matchup for him. That doesn't mean he can't get the job done, but stylistically, it's a bad matchup for him. But he's doing whatever it takes. He's making sure he's well prepared to deal with whatever Manny Pacquiao brings. Manny Pacquiao's doing the same. I hope he's not taking Errol Spence lightly now, just because he may have seen something against Danny Garcia. He may have seen something. These guys always see something with Errol Spence, but then when they get in there with him, it's a whole different animal. When Danny said he was in there with Spence, he said Spence's presence was just strong. His presence. Not necessarily his punching power, but his presence. He was really big in there. And he's probably going to make Manny look really, really small when they get in that ring. However, just because you're the bigger guy doesn't all necessarily mean you have the advantage. When you fight these smaller guys, and we've seen it today, a lot of these fighters today, they fight these smaller fighters, and they can't deal with them for whatever reason. They're not used to fighting smaller guys. However, that smaller guy's used to fighting guys bigger than him. It's going to be a very interesting fight, and I can't wait. But will Manny Pacquiao turn back to the hands of time and dethrone one of the best boxers in the world today in Errol Spence Jr.? Or will Errol Spence Jr. continue his campaign, his hype train, and run Manny Pacquiao right out the ring? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.